Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Thanks for joining us for CVM News at Noon. It's Tuesday, June 16, 2026. I'm Akeem Oret, and we begin with news that Constable Andrew Wilson, the policeman connected to the controversial May 17 killing of 45-year-old Latoya Bulgin, who has since been charged with murder, appeared before the St. James Parish Court this morning. Our correspondent, Kingley Thompson, was at court and filed this report.
So the policeman charged for the death of Latoya Bulgin in Granville appeared before the St. James Parish Court today. Following submissions from his lawyers, he was granted bail in the sum of $1 million with special conditions. A strong police presence, very strong police presence was here outside the court today. A number of residents from Granville turned out, but left very disappointed following the proceedings. We will have more from his lawyers and his residents in our news at 7 o'clock, so do join us then. For now, I'm Kingsley Thompson reporting from Montego Bay for CVM News.
A 15-year-old student from Port Antonio High School is in police custody following a fatal stabbing on Foreshore Road, Port Antonio in Portland on Monday afternoon. It is said that a dispute broke out around 4 p.m. involving a group of schoolboys who were gambling behind a sanitary facility near the bus park. 3 of the boys allegedly left the scene and returned with 3 adults, including the deceased, identified as Jeremy Tarzan Ferguson. The group reportedly attacked the 15-year-old student who used a knife, fatally stabbing Ferguson. The injured man was rushed to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Detectives from the Criminal Investigations Branch in Port Antonio are currently investigating the incident. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness is urging Jamaicans to embrace a new mindset focused on productivity, innovation and efficiency, arguing that these values are critical if the country is to achieve its full economic potential. Speaking at a ceremonial opening of the 11th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference on Tuesday, the Prime Minister says Jamaica has the assets to become a world-class nation, but must first transform its culture and value system.
You must move from seeing work and service as servitude. We must never forget our history of colonialization and exploitation. But we must move from victimhood to agency. We must believe that we have it in ourselves to take charge of our destiny and chart our course and achieve for ourselves. That is what it means to be independent.
The Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation says it is stepping up efforts to improve compliance under its signage regulation program. Despite increased collections in recent months, the corporation says enforcement activities will continue across commercial districts in the corporate area. KCMC CEO Robert Hill says the municipality remains committed to ensuring businesses meet their legal obligations.
I reaffirm my commitment to promoting
funds from persons who were obligated, still are obligated, to maintain their signage fees with the KCMC. Others who did not comply, we went on our enforcement drive starting April 1st. But truth of the matter is, we don't make the rules, we apply them based on what the law requires us to do.
The Jamaica Beach Birthright Environmental Movement, JABEM, is continuing its legal challenge over public access to beaches, with several cases now before the courts. According to JABEM President Dr. Devon Taylor, many coastal areas currently accessible to Jamaicans remain vulnerable to future restrictions due to existing legislation.
Whether or not we can physically go to a space today, that space may not be there tomorrow. It is the lived experience on the North Coast. It's now expanding to the South Coast. And so that is what is the reality. So those who are talking about that we are overemphasizing, why don't they change the law? Right? Why is it that they're proposing a new beach access management policy that does not give Jamaican inherent rights? They say we have qualified rights. Why they're trying to sell beaches, and why they're telling that we must pay hotel to access our beaches.
Jamaicans living overseas are being urged to play a greater role in helping the country build resilience against climate change. The call comes from opposition spokesperson on foreign, regional and diaspora affairs, Donna Scott Motley. In a statement marking Diaspora Day 2026, Scott Motley says the diaspora should be viewed as more than a source of remittances, noting that Jamaicans abroad possess valuable expertise in innovation and investment potential that can help strengthen the country's climate resilience and national development. The opposition spokesperson reaffirmed her commitment to strengthening the relationship between Jamaica and its global community.
I reaffirm my commitment to promoting policies and initiatives that deepen the relationship between Jamaica and its global community. The challenges we face are significant, but so too is the potential that exists when Jamaicans at home and abroad work together in pursuit of a common purpose. On this Diaspora Day, let us recommit ourselves to building a stronger, more sustainable and climate-resilient Jamaica.
And we take a break here inside CVM News at Noon. Do stay with us.
And get creative with your floors, walls, and all the spaces in between. Our knowledgeable sales consultants are happy to help create your beautiful finish with the latest designs in first quality porcelain, wood look, vinyl, mosaics, natural stones, and countertops. At Creative, you will get every tile you need for your residential or commercial projects. Creative Building Finishes, your one-stop shop for everything tiles. Visit our showroom at 5 Red Hills Road or call 876-929-5553. Get tiles, get creative.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Welcome back to CVM News at Noon, and to the Home Circuit Court we go now, where in the ongoing Klansman gang trial, the statement of the deceased, Shanice Roberts, was read into evidence on Monday. In the statement, Roberts detailed witnessing the murder of Noah Smith at his residence and place of business at Eureka Place in Kingston 20. Carla Ramdeen has been tracking this court case and now reports.
According to the statement, on February 7, 2020, she was in the living room with Smith and another woman watching television when she went to the kitchen. Shortly after, she heard a knock at the door and heard Smith say, "Client." Roberts stated that a man dressed in a green shirt entered the house and ordered, quote, "Get down, don't make a sound. No worry, I know Uno will come for." Another man then took the other woman in the kitchen and said, quote, "Don't worry, I know Uno will come for." She said the intruders bound her and another woman with tie straps and placed them face down on the floor. The men started to kick Smith, whose hands and feet they tied, and reportedly demanded, quote, "Where the credit card there?" and, quote, "Where the money there?" after taking money from his pocket. They continued asking, quote, "Where the rest of the money there?" Smith reportedly replied that he had no more money. Roberts stated that while lying on the floor, she managed to lift her head and saw additional men removing a television from the living room. She further stated that she saw a man enter the kitchen with a black object resembling a firearm, loading it while saying, quote, "I kill me for kill them, gallia." She also observed another man in a black shirt with his face covered carrying what appeared to be a firearm. According to the witness statement, she then heard one of them say, quote, "Load the girl them and come on." The man in the green shirt then went over to where Smith was lying and uttered an expletive, quote, "Boy, I dead you for dead." Roberts stated that Smith was lying about an arm's length away from her when she heard 3 loud explosions. She said she then looked in his direction and saw him lying in a pool of blood, motionless. Roberts said she later freed herself and another woman, and the two hid in a shed at the back of the premises until the men left. She then returned to assist 5 other women upstairs who had hidden in a closet and under a bed. The statement noted that the incident lasted about 30 minutes. Roberts said the lights were on and she could see the men clearly, but because their faces were covered, she would not be able to identify them. The men charged in relation to the incident are the accused Michael Wildman, Jerome Spike, Nashawn Guest, and Giovanni McDonald for knowingly facilitating the commission of robbery and murder of Noah Smith. Carla Ramdeen, CVM News.
Thanks, Carla. Outstanding Jamaicans living overseas have been recognized for their contributions to national development. The honors came during the Governor General's Achievement Awards program, which highlighted the role of the diaspora in helping to build a more resilient Jamaica. More in this report.
The Governor General's Achievement Awards continues to honor Jamaicans in the diaspora for their contributions to Jamaica's development under the Diaspora Partnership, building a more resilient Jamaica. The awards recognized honorees from the United Kingdom, United States, Canada, Africa, Asia, mainland, Europe, the Caribbean, and South America. Attendees included Foreign Affairs Minister Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, State Minister Orlando Tarralong, and Permanent Secretary Ambassador Sheila Sealy-Monteith.
The 7 awardees we honor today exemplify steadfast service to Jamaica and significant achievement in their respective fields. Ms. Lisa Rutty for diaspora engagement and humanitarian support. Ms. Christina McPherson for mentorship and immigrant empowerment. Ms. Asher Richards for migration advocacy and disaster response initiatives. Dr. Richard White for advancing education and access to social services. Mr. Carl Samuels for preserving Caribbean heritage and strengthening communities. Dr. Sandra Colley-Durant for significant contributions to diaspora mentorship and youth development. And Dr. Nicolene Johnson for strengthening trade, educational exchange, and cultural cooperation between Jamaica and China.
The Governor General also urged members of the diaspora to continue supporting national development and the preservation of Jamaica's legacy while encouraging future generations to remain connected to their roots and contribute to the country's growth and resilience.
Today's awards represent our nation's gratitude for your persistence and your continued devotion to Jamaica. They also reaffirm our resolve to deepen engagement with other diaspora through meaningful opportunities. Opportunities for service, opportunities for mentorship, and national development.
In closing, the Governor-General told the gathering that the true measure of a nation is not found in its size or wealth, but the willingness of its people to help each other.
This is the story of Jamaica. That is the story of our diaspora. And that is the story for which we honor you today. May God bless our awardees. May God bless our diaspora, and may God continue to bless Jamaica, land we love.
Natasha Williams, CVM News.
$32 million has been invested into the maternal and neonatal healthcare facility at Victoria Jubilee Hospital. This as two faith-based organizations, Food for the Poor Jamaica and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, have coordinated to combat the country's maternal mortality rate. Speaking at the handover ceremony, State Minister in the Health and Wellness Ministry, Crystal Lee, described the initiative as a national responsibility. Crystal Williams tells us more.
13 cardiotachography (CTG) machines and one state-of-the-art ultrasound machine have been donated to the Victoria Jubilee Hospital by Food for the Poor Jamaica and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. A representative from the latter, Elder Paul Sutherland, said during a visit to the health facility, a void that needed to be filled was noticed.
We looked at the infant mortality rate in Jamaica, and it's alarming. It's very scary compared to the other, what you call industrial or developed countries of the world. It's about double. And so if we can help with that in any way, we can.
According to State Minister Crystal Lee, the Minister of Health, Dr. Christopher Tufton, asked her to pay special attention to maternal health in Jamaica.
Because we definitely want to get to those standards, those targets as highlighted by WHO in terms of reducing our mortality rates.
State Minister Lee says the ministry is working towards reaching their goal by this time next year.
We're looking more into having a more sustained infrastructure and resources, as well as we have accomplished a whole lot so far. This year alone, we have upgraded our manual and training standards. Now we have training happening across all our major hospitals for all our obstetrician, gynecologists, and all the doctors and nurses that are involved in maternal health and early child life.
Crystal Williams reporting for CVM News.
Thanks, Crystal. To international news, we go now where ethnic conflict has intensified in India, in the Indian state of Manipur, with recent violence between the Naga and Kuki communities, adding a new dimension to a crisis that has persisted for more than 3 years. Al Jazeera has more in this report.
A remembrance service for 6 men from the Naga community in India's northeastern state of Manipur. The apparent victims of an increasingly deadly conflict between two predominantly Christian tribes. The men had been abducted nearly a month earlier, allegedly by members of the Kuki community, leading to the Naga raising their own vigilante forces. The Kuki people also accused the Naga of carrying out killings against them. This was the funeral for a farmer, gunned down as he was ploughing his field, with community leaders accusing the Indian government of not doing enough to protect them. Naga groups have set up roadblocks to prevent goods reaching neighbouring Kuki communities, including people displaced by a separate, several-year-old dispute between the Kuki and the majority Hindu Meitei community, which means they are virtually trapped in their camps. In response, Delhi has deployed extra security forces to try to quell the ongoing violence.
And we take a break here inside CVM News at Noon. Do stay with us. Sports is next.
Every day starts with care. Care that's always close. Supermed Family of Pharmacies is where you go for everything you need. From your morning routine to life's biggest moments. Supermed Family of Pharmacies is always by your side. Whether it's prescriptions or household essentials, trust the care that's close to home.